Hey, good morning. I have not had coffee, so you're gonna have to excuse me if I stumble over my words. It's ODark 30. I am going to the range. I'm gonna be working on some of the stuff. Talked to Yong last night, Yong Lee, that is. I'm working some of his ideas on how to shoot because basically I'm trying to relearn everything I've learned. Does that make sense? I don't know. So we're gonna see what happens. Got some drills to practice the range. I'll be discussing them with you. Don't have that there. It's on my back now. Got my gear all set up, ready to go. It's an ordeal, but again, I haven't had coffee yet. So first I gotta stop at Starbucks. All right, made it to Starbucks. But I'm here today. I'm continuing my journey, relearning. Let's see if I can fix that. There you go. Relearning everything I basically learned in shooting. I'm following what Yong Lee has discussed with me. I've been in contact with him, and some of the questions that you've sent me about what he's doing, I'll try and address it. You know, I got the coffee, I'm fully caffeinated. I know some of you guys are concerned about that. I know I'm concerned about it, but it should be good. It's a beautiful day. You got F-16s, yes, and I don't know exactly what that is. It's pretty scary.
I had to.
I'm gonna keep going. All right. So anyways, yeah, we had a lot of F-16s and F-15s flying off. I kind of wonder if this whole thing with Korea is causing more concern. But anyways, I'm doing my part of freedom. I'm out here shooting today. So yeah, I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna just warm up a little bit. I'm working that grip. I'm working those elbows. And today I'm gonna do a little bit of trigger. So I'll get with you later on the trigger. So, try 2 different ammo levels, and I think the 124 is, I don't know if you can see it, it would definitely snap your back, but it felt like the sights, I'm trying not to be looking at it, I'm looking more at the target. I'm about 25 yards. It's working. Interesting. 147s were dead on. 124s were a little bit to the left. Probably shooter error. Let's try it again. That's about the speed I want to be going at this distance, right? I'm seeing everything. I can see the sun in my periphery rising up. I'm curious to see what's going on. All right, so now I'm going to be working on some trigger drills using that grip and sight. And one of the things with the grip, right, I used to hold like this. I was collapsing here. I was locking that in, keeping the elbows down. I felt very, very strong on the rear of the rear of the gun. What I'm doing now is I'm bringing my hand more forward, so when I lock my wrist out like this, I'm locking like this, I actually have more contact on the gun. I still have what's going on in the back, but locking Now, some of you guys have asked about Yong. If you watch his video, he's getting his finger over that trigger guard. I'll try that. He likes it because for him, shooting the 320, it's actually getting his, if you look, Here's like this. Now I put my finger up there. I'm higher up on the gun, more along the bore axis. We'll give it a shot. I gotta say, that's really interesting. The gun felt so different in my hands by having my finger up there. These guys are really going. I felt the slide. I've never felt the slide moving by my hand. That was very interesting. The gun tracked so different. I went from this kind of group at we're about 7 yards away, and holy cow, it went from this to that. Now I gotta play with that more. I'm not saying I'm giving up everything, but since I'm already sitting here trying to figure out shooting again after doing it for so many years, why not try everything? So I am just ecstatic with some of this stuff. I mean, I'm sure it's because I'm paying more attention to things. It's coming out really nice. I mean, that tends to happen when people try shooting different ways, whatever. They're just paying more attention to their shooting. I honestly think, though, I'm at the point where I can tell differences. Like I said, when I get my finger higher up on that trigger guard, I'm feeling the gun cycle differently. It's a completely different sensation in my hands because I'm simply higher up on that barrel. Continuing to play with that. I'm having some really good performance downrange. Still got to be very conscious about that grip. I can feel it slipping. It's okay. That happens when you try new things. You know, I tell you too, you should try new things too. Unless you're at the point where you're just smoking it all the time, get out there and give yourself a jump start. Maybe that's all you need to get to that next level. Because if we get static, if we just do the same thing over again and you're not seeing any improvements, well, what do you expect? So I'm gonna continue. I still got some more time on the range. Working the grip, working the trigger, target focus. Eventually I'll tell you what he's having me do with the trigger. I don't know if he wants me to share that just yet. But I know as a law enforcement shooter, there's certain things that were ingrained in me when I first was in the academy that I've been fighting with ever since. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you the difference between finger on the trigger guard here or just normal shooting. You tell me which one you think controls the gun better. I'll shoot it first at a controlled pace and then I'll amp it up. All right, so this will be finger on the trigger guard. Yeah, on the trigger guard. I'll amp it up a little bit. All right, now I'm gonna do it like a regular conventional. I'm gonna amp it up. From my perspective behind the gun, I see less of shaking back and forth with the sight. It tracks pretty up and down when I have my finger on the trigger guard. I'll look at this footage. You tell me what you think. I'll let you know what I find out. I learned a lot today. I am completely shocked by having my finger up on the trigger guard, what it did for my shooting. You know, for so many years, it's like, you know, don't cross the streams, because if you put your finger on that trigger guard, all your shooting is gonna go south. Really, that wasn't the case today. Am I going to change everything up? You know what? Why not try it? I'm going to try it. And, you know, I hope you can continue going on this journey with me. I'm going to keep documenting it. Listen, if it's good enough for Eric Raffel, it can be good enough for me. Because if you didn't know, Eric Raffel puts his finger up there. You know, it can't hurt at this point. I'm willing to try this stuff. I'm willing to commit to a program and see what happens. So that's it for the vlog, guys. I'm glad you were with me today. I had a great time at the range. Hope you get out there and practice soon. Get to a match, and stick with me here on this channel. Hit subscribe, hit that like button, and you know, I'll be posting a whole bunch of gear videos next week. Got some cool stuff I want to share with you guys, and be safe. This is Arik from Firearms Nation. Join the nation.